even nude. It's like a orangey kind of nude. I don't know how to explain this color.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It gives me like foundation kind of like
You know what it looks like? What do you call them sponges?
the beauty blender. What is up? Welcome back to another episode of Laughs and Troubles.
What's up, guys?
Welcome to our casa. Welcome to our living room, our sala, whatever you want to call it. Studio. Yeah, we are filming on a different day today, so we might be a little off because we're not used to filming like just random
I'm always
days.
off.
But she's always off. We have one that barely got sleep today.
I'm on 6 hours. I don't do well.
I don't really sleep much these days, but I did get a decent amount of kind of sleep, I guess. I guess my sleep, the reason why I don't get enough sleep is because I don't sleep throughout the night.
You have broken sleep.
It's so, yeah, and I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what to do. When I did the whole not sleeping for like 30-something hours, I felt like I fixed it, and then I went back to like being jacked up, because after that, I was going to sleep early every day. Like,
what about like those sleepy edibles? Do you wake up all like crooked the next day?
No, I don't. Like Nelson was talking about, he was like, maybe we should get the CBD gummies that
without the THC.
Yeah. He's like, maybe that'll help you, because
this is helping me. This black
that cup
coffee.
Is cute.
Courtney bought this for me.
So cute. So I don't know how to fix it. I've been trying. I don't know if anyone has any tips. I do. I think sit here and scroll on my phone. That's probably the number one thing that I need to get rid of is like
too much brain activity.
And I was reading this article or this thing online that they say, oh my God, I'm here stuttering. See, I'm just out of it.
I'm not going to be any better.
But they say that our phones, we should have it in a whole other room.
I saw that too.
Because
and like the electricity, the radiation, Wi-Fi, everything.
The radiation on the phone. Yeah. So even if you have it on a nightstand next to you, it's not good for you. So to me, that's crazy. I was like, wow. Like maybe that's why. Like, and like you said before, we're so addicted to the phone. Like any little, like if I hear any little thing, I'll grab it and I'm like, let's see what it was. And then I'll check and it's nothing, but I'll keep scrolling through other things.
You're like, well, while I'm here, I might as well just check out a few things.
And not only that, but like I love Pinterest. I'm always on there.
Me too.
But so if I hadn't been on it all day, and I'm like, damn, now it's like my wind down time. And I'm like, shit, I'm about to go on Pinterest and see what I see in there. Because, you know, Halloween is coming. And I just been looking up like different little things. Like ideas, little snack stuff. Like cool things. Like I just want Lucas to have a good Halloween or fall this year. Because last year. A memorable one. Yeah, last year we didn't get to do much. I feel like I was sick all fall.
You were. After COVID or something.
Yeah, right? It was horrible. Well, before COVID, I was sick with whatever else he brought, and then after that, I ended up with COVID.
I remember it was like back to
back. Terrible. Yeah, horrible. I don't want to. I'm not doing that this year. This year, I'm actually prepared now. I got him like the elderberry, all the stuff that I need.
I have that too. I love that stuff.
Yep, because after we had COVID and I started giving him the elderberry, he was like, he got like a little bit sick, but it wasn't like before where he was out of school or out of commission for a few days.
See, me, I have no problem sleeping. I do have broken sleep, but it's because of the current pillow situation.
Me too.
That I have.
Well, me isn't the pillow. It's the pillow, mattress. But it's also my mattress.
Yeah, it's a combination.
I don't like it. I do not like anything memory foam.
I agree.
Nope.
I agree.
I feel like the memory foam mattress, when we switched over, that's caused issues in my neck, caused issues in my back, my spine. And before that, I was fine. So I'm going to try to go back to my spring mattresses. Fuck the memory foam.
I'm just waiting because, you know, when you buy a new pillow and it's like, oh, man, this pillow sucks. I'm going to give it to one of the kids, but they already have all your other sucky pillows that you bought and didn't like. Yeah. So I've been suffering. But with me, I need to sleep like an 8-hour minimum. I swear, if I don't sleep 8 hours, I'm just disheveled. My brain is like scattered.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I am right now.
Yeah, no, I don't feel disheveled, but I do feel just like the whole day I'm like just groggy and just like
And my patience
no
is
motivation.
thin.
I'm just fucking there.
And I'm grouchy. Like later on when everybody wants to talk to me at the same time because they had a great day, and I'm just like, ugh, can't stand anybody.
Just shut up. Just shut up.
It's
Okay?
all about me and my lack of sleep.
Well, so today I don't have much info to give you guys because I forgot my little device that I have like all my information on.
Mm-hmm.
But you said that you did watch some kind of documentary.
Yes.
Okay. And what was the documentary about?
The LACI Peterson murder.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that?
I don't remember that. I feel like maybe I was too young to remember.
It was like
that.
2002.
Yeah, I don't think I was like paying attention to that.
Well, it made worldwide news.
Wow.
National news. So I may have a few notes in here just because I'm tired, just for reference. Yeah. So LACI Peterson, she was a 27-year-old woman from Modesto, California, and she was 8 months pregnant at the time of her murder.
Oh.
So her husband, what's his name? Because I'm tired.
I don't know. I just know she was.
How could I
LACI.
forget? Hold on. Pause that. How could I forget his name? I'm Scott. Scott. That's my brother-in-law's name and my husband's best friend. Okay.
She's giving us a story and forgot.
See? So Scott Peterson was her husband,
okay,
right? And he was looked at as like the prime suspect.
Okay.
According to him, he told some people he went golfing, and then he switched the story and said that he went fishing.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
And people are like, fishing? When did you get a boat? Like, we didn't even know you had a boat. Mm-hmm. So anyways, his story was that he had got up in the morning. She was watching Martha Stewart, something about key lime meringue pie or whatever you want to call it.
Hold on. We got to stop. Pause. It's funny because I call that pie the same thing.
Lemon meringue.
I'm like, merengue pie.
Right.
You can't spell something like that
and expect us to say lemon meringue, okay?
No.
Martha was talking about lemon merengue pie, right? Supposedly. And he went out the door, and she was going to go to the park to walk her golden retriever.
Okay.
So he decided to go on this long-ass journey to, like, some bay that I don't remember the name because I'm tired, right? And supposedly, the neighbor found the dog running with the leash on, so the neighbor just put the dog in the yard and closed the gate. Well, he seemed very, like, detached. Like, not like a husband that's, like, frantic. Because
like, where's my wife?
She's 8 months pregnant with our son Connor. That's who she was going to name him. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the family's gathering. He doesn't want to do any publicity. He's like letting his family, her family talk. He didn't want to show his face because he said it was like too much for him. But they were saying like, you know, we need you to speak on your wife's behalf. Things weren't like lining up. Like the detectives, they searched his house, they searched his place of work and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. They found that like he had made like homemade anchors, and they found like I guess her hair, like a needle nose pliers in the boat and whatnot. Oh shit. So as the story is evolving and days are passing, this was Christmas Eve that she went missing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. This was Christmas Eve.
So it's like holidays. This is something that you're like, wait, where's my wife?
And I guess she was huge on Christmas Eve. Like, she was like the Christmas Eve queen. Like, she loved getting people together, her friends together. She had a group of high school friends that she was very close with. But this year, for some reason, she didn't have Christmas Eve. She went to one of her friends' house alone because he was, quote unquote, on a work trip, which he wasn't. He was having an affair with this woman named Amber Fry, who had no idea he was married because he lied to her. And this was like, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going to say San Diego. It's still in California. Okay. So here he was the day she was kind of quiet, like reserved at her friend's Christmas party. She was like sitting in a chair, and her friends thought maybe it's because she's so used to always hosting it that she's just kind of sad that she's not. Yeah. And there's photo evidence of him and Amber Fry taking a picture before they went to a Christmas party on the same day. So here she was back in Modesto, California, by herself. And here he was at a work trip with someone he was having an affair with. And he was with her for months. Wow. He said to her that he lost his wife. This he told her this like December 9th, that he lost his wife and this was going to be the first Christmas without her. So she believed it. And she didn't pry. She didn't ask questions because she thought maybe it was a sensitive subject.
Oh no.
Right. So they had a hotline with tips, and she decided to call in a tip to say, "Hey, I'm his girlfriend. I've been his girlfriend for a few months, and what can I do to help?" Well, they tapped her phone, and she was like calling him. He didn't never confess to this, just so you know. But she was like, "What are you talking about? Like, I thought you said that your wife had passed away, and now you're telling me that your wife is missing." Since you and he's like, "I lied to you," or whatever the case may be, and I lied to you. I haven't been working. I've been getting together with people to try to find my wife, or whatever the case may be. And he was like, hopefully after all of this, she's like found safe or whatever, but you and I can be together, blah 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 blah.
Oh no.
Right. They searched everywhere for her. Like, she was so cute. She was like this 5'1" woman, beautiful face, beautiful smile. She was like a perky little happy person.
Aww.
Yeah, so sad. So, months later, like in February, this is 2002.
Okay.
Her body, her torso, washed up shore.
Just the torso.
Yeah, which means maybe she was like anchored down, and after like
her body pulled apart. Oh,
it could have been badly decomposed, right? And so they also found like the baby's body after that, which I'm thinking that after you pass away, maybe her body just naturally pushed that baby, but people were feeling like that baby could have still been born alive and then just
drowned.
So you just a double murder right there. And it was found like at the bay area where he had taken like his boat and stuff like that. Till this day, like, he's still claiming that it was somebody else, that he would never have done that. They went to court. He was found guilty. And at first they gave him the death penalty. Okay. But in the beginning, he had a really good lawyer, and it was looking like he was going to get away with it. Until Amber Fry decided to show up in court to defend LACI because she felt the news was putting Amber like through the mud. They were in National Enquirer. They were calling her mistress, and she's like, "I'm not a mistress. A mistress is somebody that's in a relationship that is knowingly in a relationship." Yeah. I had no idea. He lied to me as well. Well, because of her recorded tapes, the jury then saw the lack of emotion that he was giving. Yeah. So So then his family, some people in his family still believe that he's innocent because apparently there was like a robbery at the neighbor's house across the street, and they were trying to pin it on two druggies. So anyways, his sister, I believe, went to law school to fight for him and got him off the death penalty. Now he's in prison, life in prison, no parole. It's, when you haven't seen something in 20-something years, you just want to recap.
Yeah.
That was me. Yeah. And so I recapped, and now I'm tired. Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting story. It's crazy because at first, like, you're saying the story, and I'm like, he's saying someone else, and I'm just like, could it be the fry chick? And she just like pinned it all on him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it sounds like he had that affair, and he started to kind of feel more towards the other chick, and then was trying to rid of his wife.
Not to mention, like, a year before that, LACI had called her mom crying and saying that Scott doesn't want to have kids. And she really wanted to have kids. And, like, months later, she's like, "I'm pregnant." And the mom's like, "Well, what happened? I thought he didn't want to have kids." And she's like, "He changed his mind." Amber Fry had a daughter, a young daughter. Mm-hmm. And he said that, that her daughter was enough for him, that he didn't want to have kids.
Wow.
So it's like, did he kill his wife because, one, he never wanted to have kids? Two, maybe he wanted to have a relationship with Amber. I mean, I believe he's guilty. And anyone out there, the circumstantial evidence is like so obvious.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you would have saw his smug face, like during the interviews, even sometimes kind of like smiling and laughing, you would think that does not look like a husband that is
suffering the disappearance or the loss of a wife.
I get that men can handle their emotions different, but this guy was just cold as ice.
No way. Like, I feel like if it's truly someone you love and someone, you're gonna fucking bawl your eyes out and you're gonna cry.
Right.
There's just no way that you're just gonna sit there and get bad news and be like, wow.
Yeah, when he came back from fishing, this was hours later. Like, he left her at 9:00 in the morning. He came home. The dog was in the backyard with the leash on. He had a glass of milk, a piece of pizza, took a shower, and then called her parents and was like, Lacey's missing.
Yeah. He did that shit. He did it.
Trifling
He's guilty as fuck.
Yep.
He's guilty. So, you guys, off topic, because, that's just me. But I was, like, cleaning this past weekend, and, I have my playlist that plays, and my playlist is crazy. It goes from, like, different genres of music. Like, there's not just one genre. It'll be like slow to like all of a sudden we got some rock to fucking reggaeton to R&B. It just goes everywhere.
It's eclectic. Yeah, I'm the same way.
So all of a sudden R.Kelly starts playing and stuff, and usually, I'm like, Alexa, next, skipping through because I'm like, I can't listen to him because I'm supporting bad behavior. But I'm sorry, y'all. I was feeling his music today. Well, not today, but that day. I was like, I'm not skipping it. I'm jamming to it. I'm cleaning. I clean so good, too.
It's truly such a shame that such an amazing talent was a terrible person. It's so hard to separate the artist from the person, especially when all his songs are kind of like... Yeah.
I just loved him. Like, when he came out with the Black Panties album, that was like a time of my life where I was like thriving.
Me too.
I was living.
We used to jam in my Subaru to Cookie.
He knew all the right things to say to a woman, and we love that shit.
But the music is good. When you hear his music, like, it's hard for you not to start, like, twitching and moving your muscles and, like, dancing. You can't just listen to his music and, like, stay stiff, Something just starts moving their body like a snake, ma, and that's me.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I was just jamming. I was like, and usually I'll skip it, and my kids are like, or if my kids hear, they're like, terrible. And I'm like, I'm skipping it. But now I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't care if y'all offended, but I have to listen to it.
I do agree. I do agree that he should be in jail because he did some very, very nasty things. And he was a nasty man. But it's like, maybe they should give him an ankle bracelet and let him go to the studio. That's like... Am I supporting it if I'm not buying it? If I'm just listening to it on a free music app?
I'm not buying it. It's on Spotify.
Oh, you know what? Don't even give him an ankle bracelet. Let him record in jail.
Yeah.
Maybe
let him make music. Right. I get it. He shouldn't even get that recognition or get any of that.
Right.
I know people are going to be like, girl.
You messed up so many people's lives. Why should you have the opportunity to use your gift anymore?
I'm sure that if I put myself in that position, I wouldn't want people supporting that person. Or if I was a parent, I'd be like, fuck that person. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But it's so sad that just these musically geniuses' talent is gone to waste because he was a talented guy.
And when I say make music in prison, maybe he's all about the Bible. Maybe he should sing some religious music. Would you still listen? Or did you want to listen to his sexy music?
I mean, I wouldn't mind if he did a little, like, Jesus stuff, but the sexy music is what it is. Like I hear his music, and I'm ready to go make a kid. I'm ready to go make a baby. I'm like, Nelson, prepárate.
Right. But hear me out. What if he made an apology album, right? But you could use those songs to apologize for whatever you do, for just, like,
Well, he did have, like, not like an apology
I heard it,
song, but it was, like, him trying to say that he didn't do it, or he's...
Well, maybe he can make, like, positive, uplifting songs.
But he could do an apology video. I mean, not video, but song.
Right. Maybe he can sing songs about abuse.
Yeah.
Being not a victim, being, what do you call the person? The abuser. Yeah.
And maybe what goes through their mind. I mean, we sit here and idolize serial killers in a sense. There's people, we watch their documentaries. We watch
Okay, watching and idolizing is completely different.
Well, there's people.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like Jeffrey Dahmer, like all the people that were like writing to him in prison.
And still to this day that are like, oh my God, he's...
Well, R. Kelly still has his fans, free R. Kelly and stuff like that.
He sure does. He sure does. I was shocked about that.
Yeah, they haven't given up on him.
Nope.
No.
I still see on like anything that is R. Kelly, they're like right on the bottom talk about free R. Kelly. That man didn't do it.
Nope. You're like me. We hear the song, we're like, Dios me perdone, yes. God forgive me, but I'm gonna listen to the song because I feel like getting hyped up because I'm tired. Mm-hmm. So that's why I was listening to R. Kelly on my way to pick you up. I'm sorry.
As soon as I hear, I'm like, God, please forgive me. Mm-hmm. I do not condone what he did. I don't agree with what he's done. But his talent is something that, in his voice, like, he was so talented. It's not like he wasn't someone that was using, you know, auto-tune. Like, these days, everyone uses auto-tune. It's the new thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. That was just his voice. It's just different.
I was on shuffle, and then when a woman's fed up, as soon as it was like din 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 din. I was like, I can't shut it off. I was like, I can't. I gotta listen to it. Oh, guys, forgive me.
Yep. I was like, ooh, like an Oreo. I love to lick the middle like an Oreo. Like that song. He's like, ooh, she roller coastered on me.
You want to know something? I haven't heard that song in 10 years, but when the break your back like a lobster. Yeah. How did I know every single like lyric to it? It just came out of nowhere, and I was like, "Wow, I still remember that." I don't remember anything else, but I remember that.
I remember all his lyrics. Like I was shocked. Bad. I was like, "Damn, I'm still good. I still got it. I remember this shit."
And it's just the music is so good.
Yeah,
you know, and it gets you in the mood that you want to vibe.
But that song is like. It was like, it should have been in 50 Shades of Grey because it's everything you want done.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so sad. Mm-hmm. I'm sad. How do you guys feel about the whole, like, any artist that you, like, love, or whether it be an artist, an actor, anything, and, you know, still watching or listening to their stuff after finding out, like, the monster that they are or whatever, like, do you feel guilty? Have you stopped listening to their music? Have you stopped watching their movies or whatever it is? I don't know. It's kind of hard. Like, there's predators all over, and I feel like we still kind of, even if they're not, like, involved in it, we still continue on to, like, watch things that they were in.
We pick and choose. Like, Diddy, I can care less.
Yeah, me either.
If any of his songs come on, I'm just like, no. But, like, Michael Jackson, with all the scandal.
That's another one.
R.Kelly, with all the scandal. It's like, damn, why?
Yeah.
You were so talented. Yeah. You could have had anything you wanted if you would have just been a good person.
They were just weirdos, and that happened to get that fame, and they used that fame to do stupid shit, which is sad because they felt like they were so on top of the world and unstoppable. I feel
money is power, and they can get away with paying people to you know, help them out or hide them or cover for them.
Sucks, but
nasty.
It's a hard situation, y'all. Like, I try not to support it, but
every once in a while we cave in.
Yeah.
Especially when we're together.
Oh, yeah.
We're bad influences. We're like, oh, cool, let's put on R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Trash. We're trash.
We are. I'm sorry. You guys are supporting us. You're supporting them. Just kidding. No, you're not. You're not.
God, don't say that. Take it back.
No, I'm kidding. I'm taking it back. Taking it back. You're not supporting them. I don't know. I feel like there's other people that can relate to us.
Oh, yeah.
100%. I feel like it's kind of hard. I mean, there's people that support, like, Gypsy Rose, and she did wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. No one's perfect. That's all I can say.
No, it's true, and you have to pay for the consequences that you've created.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just because you're famous. That's why some people, they love these artists so much that they would defend them tooth and nail, even if the evidence is, like, right there. It could happen to their own kid, and they would still defend R. Kelly because they're so infatuated and obsessed with him. It's like, you refuse to see the evidence that's in front of you because you can't accept the fact that your beloved freaking artist is a bad guy.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it happened to my kid, I don't think I would support it.
No, I was being sarcastic because
But-
some of those girls that are there like free R.Kelly, they look like they wouldn't care.
Oh, yeah, I think those people would definitely be the type that their kid would tell them and they wouldn't believe it. They're like, no, there's no way.
No,
he would
not
have done
R.Kelly.
that to you.
No.
Nope,
Mm-hmm.
nope, you're lying.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to get attention.
Mm-hmm.
Which is sad because that does happen
Mm-hmm.
in life. Even if it's not a famous person.
Yep.
It'll be so.
They just, they're starstruck.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that you were trying to eat healthy and stuff. Are you still on this whole, like, first of all, we're going to talk about this because this girl spends money like if it's fucking...
Okay, let me tell you something.
She got this whole little system now that she was going to do and try, spent a good amount of money. And how's that going? Because I like to keep you guys updated on our journeys on anything that we're doing. And if we're failing, we're failing. If we're doing good, we're doing good. We're going to tell you guys.
I wouldn't say I'm failing, but I'm at a D-. I'm close. You know what I mean? Let's say I eat, all the meals I send you. I could eat beautifully 5 days a week.
Yeah.
But the other 2 weeks, the other 2 days in the week, I do so much damage that it completely deletes all the good that I did. Mm-hmm. I have not gained weight and I have not lost weight.
Okay. Well,
I am my worst enemy. Okay. My thing is, sugar is my dopamine, so I'm an addict. And it's like, I can go 5 days without it, but the second that I just give myself a little bit, it's like terrible for me. Mm-hmm. I still do fasting. I'm obviously not completely sabotaging all of it, but then I try to tell myself, why can't I have the willpower to just work out? I don't like it. I know it needs...
Honestly, I feel like, not to cut you off, if we were to work out, we would be set because we can eat whatever. Like, there was a time where you were working out, I was doing my thing, and we would go to Chili's and fucking go ham.
That's right.
And
wash it down with water.
And not gain a pound.
No, it's true. But I'm older now. I'm 42 years old.
Yeah, but you got to take that out of your head. Right. You can't say, I'm older, because you're not.
No, I'm saying it's harder for me now. I need to be working harder.
No, I think what it is our mindset makes shit harder for us as we get older.
That's the thing.
I feel like we've just become more lazy. And also, we don't have something that's driving us. Before, we're like, oh, we're single. We're going to fucking look good. But now we don't have that drive because it's like, well.
My children should be my drive. You know what I mean? Because I need to be healthy to still be their mother.
Yeah.
And be a future grandmother. Like, it's going to go downhill if I don't take care of myself. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
And here's the thing. 10 years ago, I somehow broke that cycle and I developed that healthy routine of going to the gym. And I didn't hate it. Mm-hmm. Now it's like I work out for like a day or two and I'm kind of like, ugh, I don't really want to.
It's like pulling teeth.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I really like the feeling of feeling stronger and healthier. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when you first go back to your old ways, you're like, ew, this isn't even all that. Mm-hmm. But then like a couple of days later, you're like, this is everything.
It's like a drug addict.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
You know?
It sucks because I feel the same way. I did so good, and I mean, I have IBS, and I feel like my IBS really is fucking shit up, like really bad. Like my intestines and stuff. I just feel like it's just I have a lot of inflammation going on, and it's kind of hard for me to. I don't know. I almost have to switch everything up to feel good.
Yeah.
Like, everything has to be anti-inflammatory. And it's like...
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's expensive.
And since you put me on the spot, how's your low carb doing?
My low carb is not doing so great. Actually, I'm not eating a lot of bread. Mm-hmm. But I do still eat it every so often. But when I do eat it, it's just not...
You feel gross?
I bloat.
Body?
I bloat. It's so bad. And if I eat like potatoes and all this other stuff, I'm fine. Mm-hmm. But then once I eat bread,
the flour messes you up. And I was actually, I had like that moment where I'm looking at Facebook and I see friends of mine that have done the gastric sleeve and the weight loss surgery, and it's been now 2 years or over, and I'm like, wow, they look really good. Like they're doing good, and it's like it doesn't seem like they have bad side effects. Because to me, I'm afraid of altering my body. Like, you only have one stomach, and if you're cutting into it, you better behave. I don't know if I could behave, because you can ruin that surgery 18 months later.
You can. Yeah.
But I see how good they look. I see how happy they are. And sometimes people, even when you have surgery, you still need willpower. People think that surgery is just a quick fix. Yeah, in the beginning, you may feel sick and you may not feel hungry, but there comes a transition point where you start to go back. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
I just feel like when you lose weight, you gain so much more confidence. And now that I'm like, it's so weird because I'm not fat where I'm like overweight everywhere.
You just feel unhealthy.
I feel unhealthy, and I have a lot of inflammation, which is not nice to have because I just feel fat. And
the bloating is terrible.
bloating, it's just, I feel so uncomfortable all the time, and I don't know what I can do to fix it, honestly, at this point. Like, I try a lot of things. I'm the low carb stuff. It's a little hard because now I'm not having issues with the carbs. I'm having issues with the sugars.
Oh.
I'm having issues with stopping, like, the sweets and like, before I was good. I'm like, no, I don't need that. I don't need it. Like, that's the thing. I need to, like, train my way of thinking.
That's hard.
And,
breaking a habit. It's a cycle.
Yeah.
I'm on a 36-hour fast journey right now. That means I'm not eating anything today but black coffee, green tea, maybe hot water with lemon slices and turmeric until tomorrow. So if you text me later and I got an attitude, that's why.
I won't be texting her later.
And then my mom's like, oh, come by and pick this up. I'm going to make this. I'm like, that's my favorite, and I can't have any. And I don't want to tell her that I'm going on a 36-hour fast because, Hispanic mothers, they think that you're going to die. Yeah. It's like, no, I'm just, I'm resetting my body.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be over 36 hours by the time I wake up, because 5:45 tomorrow will be 36 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. So by the time I wake up and
5:45 a.m.?
So I stopped eating at 5:45 last night. So 5:45 this evening will be 24 hours, and then 5:45 a.m. will be 36 hours, which I'll still be sleeping because I'm not getting up unless there's another documentary I can watch. So
I feel like fasting, I do really well.
Me too.
Sometimes I fast longer than I anticipate. Like, I'm like, I'm going to do a 12-hour fast. You know what I mean? Because my doctor, I talked to her about fasting. She's like, all right, well, she tells me not to go overboard. She's like, you don't have, like, a crazy amount of things that you have to, like, fix. My issue, point blank, is gut issues. I have gut issues.
You need to reset it.
But the thing is, I can't reset diverticulitis. And from what I know is when I had gotten, like, that CAT scan, they said that I had some going on. But I feel like, I don't know, maybe it hasn't settled, or I might need to go get treated. I have to call my gastro, because that's who you have to go to, and see, like, what they can do. Or most likely what they do is they give you antibiotics to help it and stuff, and maybe from there I can continue, because I was doing so good, you guys. Not last year, but the year before, I was doing so good. I was doing my CMOS. CMOS helps tremendously.
So why'd you stop that?
For gut health. Is the best thing that has ever worked for me. I've tried many things, and it's the only thing that works, like, for me. I stopped because it gets expensive when you want to use it for everyone in your house.
Yeah. You know what works for me? It's my go-to is kombucha. Have you had it before?
I have. I just don't like it.
But which kind did you have? Sometimes you got to try different kinds.
I don't know. I did buy one recently that I did like, and it tasted like my Culitos wine.
It was probably strawberry guava one.
Yes, I think so. It was good. I was like, ooh, that was good.
I bought it for Braden because he loves kombucha.
I was like, I'm about to get drunk off of this.
I bought it for Braden. He was like, this tastes like wine. Is it okay for me to drink it? I was like, they sell it over the counter at Big Y. Relax.
Yeah, but you know that it's fermented. So a lot of it can get you drunk. It's like drinking alcohol. It is. I was looking at it. I was like reading about it. It says it on the bottle that I bought. Yeah. And I was like, oh, shit.
I love it. But it not only, like, the prebiotics that they have a lot of, like, cancer fighting
Mm-hmm.
What's the word? Because I'm tired. Properties.
Okay.
Cancer fighting properties that help.
Yeah, that's what
Mm-hmm.
the benefits that I would get from the sea moss,
Mm-hmm.
which I love.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people do sea moss, and the now a lot more people are getting into it, but I feel like if you don't have any of the issues, like you can take it, it's not gonna do any harm.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna help prevent anything. But if you do have issues, I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
Especially anything that has to do with your intestines, any of that stuff. Like it helps.
I had bought sea moss for the very first time maybe like 2-3 years ago. I saw Shark Tank,
Mm-hmm.
and it was in a jar,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a gel. You
Yeah.
only eat like a teaspoon of it.
Yep.
It was
Two teaspoons.
yeah, I think so. It was good. It tastes like baby food, like banana, a little bit baby food. But the jar went in no time. I'm like, damn, that was expensive.
Yeah, it's like $30. No,
Yeah.
more now. It's
I
like
was like, I
$35,
really
$40.
helped.
So what's crazy is I did when Lucas was in pre-K.
Mm-hmm.
I was taking sea moss and I was taking it by the jar, but it was nasty.
Mm.
Nasty as fuck, y'all.
Mm.
It was sea moss of the sea moss. Like you could tell, you can taste the sea,
Yeah.
but it had elderberry in it.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would do is I wouldn't just eat it. I would put it in my tea.
Okay.
And I would do echinacea tea.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in my echinacea tea. I would put my sea moss in there, and I was taking it. Lucas got sick. Nelson got sick. And they were down for the
And you
count.
did
I
it?
did not get sick.
Good. I love elderberry. I always buy
So
it every year.
with the concoction of the elderberry,
Mm.
the echinacea, because echinacea is very good for
Mm-hmm.
anything like when you're sick,
Mm-hmm.
and then the sea moss. Oh my god, I was feeling like I was sitting there, they're dying, and I'm watching TV, eating next to them and stuff. Like I'm good.
Yeah. You're like, I'm protected by the sea moss
good.
and the echinacea.
Yeah, but after that I stopped taking the sea moss in a bottle. Well, not a bottle, but the jar.
Mm-hmm.
And I started getting gummies, and the gummies work. I got my mom on it. My mom was taking
Are the gummies expensive?
stomach. I think it's like $20, but it doesn't last very long. You know what I mean? You're taking 2 a day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it goes very quick.
You know what else I like to do is ice. I put ice cold water
Mm-hmm.
with like a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar
Mm-hmm.
and cinnamon, and I have that drink, and it helps with
The shot.
inflammation and it helps with lowering sugar. It's good. You should try it. And you drink it through a straw so that your teeth don't feel weird. I've never had it hot, but some
Okay.
people like it hot. Like you just, boil water, you add
How much of it are you drinking?
So I feel like 16 ounces of water with
Okay.
ice. I put 1 tablespoon and then I sprinkle cinnamon and I mix it. Surprisingly, it was really good. I'm sure there's many reasons why it's healthy, but I just gravitated towards inflammation and diabetes. So
Yeah, I need to do more anti-inflammatory stuff.
Yeah.
And stick to it for as long as I could until like the issue is done.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, a lot of the shit that we intake is what causes most of like the inflammation and all that stuff. And as you get older, things just keep developing, and if you don't take care of it and nip it in the butt, then it's gonna get worse and worse.
Yep.
And I'm not looking forward to going through menopause and doing bloat and all this shit that I'm going through now, plus menopause on top of it. Like this just no fucking way.
That's why they say when you're 40, you're over the hill, because if you don't take care of yourself, everything is like downhill after that. You're not 40 yet, but you're getting there.
Yeah. So I need to take care of that now. So I don't know. I feel like I need some help. I need some tips. I need something. I don't care if you guys are just like sending us little messages of encouragement, like something to help me out.
And if you have had gastric bypass, the sleeve, and
gastric sleeve.
if you've had gastric sleeve and tell me your experience, good and bad. Because I'm curious. Because lately I'm just like, man, all this money I'm wasting, I probably should have just did it.
Yeah. We've told her that, but, she don't listen. And I let people do their thing. I'm not a person that's going to be like, oh, girls, don't do that shit. You've been wasting so much money. Like, I'm like, you know what? Go for it. If you feel like that's what's going to help you, if it's going to, go for it. Try it. Obviously, I'm not trying to get a gastric sleeve because I don't need to lose a lot.
You're not even close to that.
No, I
need to lose like 100 pounds, so I am a candidate for that.
I just need Ozempic.
But But what if you're like me and Dad and you're a non-responder for the weight loss? Because Dad also...
He's been losing weight, though.
Has he?
Oh,
But
yeah.
he told me he hasn't lost, like, when he was taking it for, like...
Well, in the beginning, he lost a shit ton. Now he's, like, stuck, but he's not eating like he should.
Mm.
And now he's in Puerto Rico, so you know damn well he ain't eating like he should right now.
Didn't he get back today?
Yeah, he does come home today. We pick him up today from the airport. I don't even know if I'm picking him up or if he's coming with Tito, so now I got to call and see.
No, I think Tito came back yesterday. I don't know. Anyway.
That fast?
I think he was only going for the day.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like, how does he do that?
It's the perks of working for an airline company.
I know, but that's crazy. Yeah. I feel bad for him, kind of.
You know, speaking of flights, the one thing I love about flights to Puerto Rico or with Puerto Ricans is
when they clap.
When they clap. I love that. They're so extra. It's my favorite. The wheels touching, everybody's like, hey, like we survived another day.
Yeah, they're like, we touched ground, bitch. Yeah. Celebrate. Yeah.
You go to other flights that go to Hawaii, it's like, boom, you just take your sealbelt off, grab your shit, and leave. We get to Puerto Rico and the fucking maracas come out and people are whistling and yeah, that's cool. I have to take a flight to Puerto Rico just for the experience.
For that.
Yeah.
Just for that. I'm like, all right, we're ready to go back home.
Yeah.
I have to say though, Puerto Ricans celebrate almost everything. Anything. Like, you get a raise. Oh, we celebrated tonight. You know?
But why shouldn't you? Like, the plane landed. Let's clap. Because, you know...
well, because a lot of things happen. But, you know, the clapping has been going on forever.
Oh, I know. I was like...
Since when I was little, I remember traveling in the same thing.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, when I was little and I traveled to Puerto Rico, it was like a freaking huge airplane. Like, there was a middle section.
Like, yes. I was telling Nelson about that because I was like, I went traveling when we went to Florida to come back home.
Yeah.
And the plane was just like
so little
one side
narrow.
And over there. And that's it. Like, there was no middle section.
There was like at least 4 seats in the middle.
Yes.
And then there was like 4 seats on the side.
That's what I was saying. I was like, the airplanes were huge.
We
and
used to get
is this only America Airlines that has these planes?
I think it's changed. We used to get full meals. Like, the trays would come. You'd have a hot meal, mashed potato, gravy.
Fucking breakfast, pancakes.
Yeah, now you just get like peanuts, chips, and a drink. You know?
Well, at least you could bring your own snacks in, too.
Maybe a granola bar if you're lucky.
They're starving us. I think they're telling us something.
Then they give us this little, like, 8-ounce plastic clear cup. It's like, no, give me the whole can. No, I think they do.
So when you're on a plane, do you use the bathroom when you're on the plane, or do you not?
So it depends. I'm like a camel and I can go hours without having to go to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. But like when you're like traveling to Hawaii and it's like over 5 hours, it's like you got to go because.
How long is the flight to there?
Well,
8 hours.
I want to say like 6. Like you fly to California or wherever you fly, and then I've never flown straight through. And then
I don't think there is any, is there?
I don't.
Straight through
There's like Aloha Airlines or a Hawaiian Airlines, maybe.
Oh.
But yeah, so for those, but like if I was flying for 3 hours to go like to Puerto Rico or something like that, I think I could just hold it. I would just go pee before.
I'd be scared
to go. No,
to go pee. I feel like you're in the air. You're gonna go pee and stuff. Like. I fly when I was flying, even if it's a short flight, I'm like, I'm not gonna drink anything, and I'm definitely not having coffee before I get on that flight.
Yeah, my anxiety is having to disrupt the person next to me so I could get out. Oh, because sometimes if I'm in the middle and my husband's got a window seat, and then there's a random stranger, I just like, do I interrupt him because now he's drooling and sleeping, or do I just wait and get a UTI? Like,
yeah. We usually like try to get something that no one's gonna get something in the center of us. Because if it's a full flight, I'm like, I'm not going on that flight. I'm going on a different one. No. Book a different day.
I try to drink lightly when I'm there.
Yeah, me too. You know what I mean? I don't know. The bathrooms scare me. Like the flushing sounds. I'm like,
They're so small. Like I'm just kind of like I'm trying to like shut the door. I'm like,
yeah. I've gone in just to like fix something or like whatever, get some water like on my face or whatever. But when I flushed that toilet, I was like, oh no, you getting out of here, girl.
And it's all dramatic. It's like, whoosh, like it's going out into the universe. It or something.
It sounds like it's fucking flushing down into the fucking. I feel bad for the people down there.
Oh, can you imagine?
It's just ocean usually when you're
oh yeah.
Well, most times.
Yeah, that's true.
So, The fish are gonna eat
See,
that
now
shit.
I want to go on a flight. Oh,
Me
that sucks.
too. Me too.
We gotta call Tito up. I'm like, hey, you got any BOGO offers?
For
Buy
real.
one get one, so we could just go on a plane and with no money and just clap when it lands and come back and get the free snacks.
I'm gonna just go somewhere random and just start clapping. I'm like, woo! They're gonna be like,
we're gonna land in Arkansas. We're gonna be like, hey!
People in Arkansas are like, who the fuck brought these foods?
Who brought these here? Yep.
So, talking about health and all this stuff, it's just crazy because lately I've been seeing a lot of people suffering with cancer.
Oh my God, it's everywhere.
Everywhere. Yep. And it's so scary because, you know, I feel like before COVID, I never thought about like people dying, but once COVID happened, it's like on my mind all the time. Like just death, period. Like I'm like, oh my God, it's so scary to even think like to lose a loved one.
Especially a child. My high school friend, her son is only 15, and he just got diagnosed like last month with cancer.
Yeah. It's so sad, and I feel like lately it's been around everywhere. Like I just seen a friend of mine as well on Facebook, and she just lost her husband. Yeah. It's just seeing that, I'm like, oh, it breaks my heart. I want to like give everyone a little virtual hug that's going through that right now, and just a nice tight little, because I feel like there's nothing we can say to like make anyone feel better that's going through that besides a huge hug. I feel that that's all they need is a hug, and to let them cry. And it's okay to cry, it's okay to feel what you're feeling. And I can't say things are gonna get better, because things don't get better when you lose a loved one. You just learn to live without them. You know, and it sucks.
It really does. Sucks. And especially like being a parent and losing a child, it's like you don't expect that. You expect to go before they go.
Yeah.
We're praying for all the people out there
going through that. Children, I'm hoping that one day we can have like this cure that we don't have to worry about that shit no more. Honestly, it's just, I feel like it just gets worse and worse as the years keep going. The numbers of like cancer patients, it's crazy. And not just cancer, it's just like autoimmune diseases. Like there's just so much going on that it's sad. And that's why I want to like try to get my health like straight, because I don't want to end up like, oh my God, I have, you know, this or that, and now I got to take care of myself. Because what we eat, what we intake, what we put in our body, how you take care of your body, it's,
if you don't take care of your body, who will? That's what I keep trying to tell myself. Because it sure as hell ain't gonna be my insurance company. No. They're just gonna feed me whatever I need to like stay alive, but it's not gonna improve my life and make things better if I'm making bad choices.
Right. And not only that, but people, get your exams done. Go to the doctor. You feel something, go get checked. Don't wait last minute when you're like dying pretty much to finally get checked, and then it's something that you just can't like turn back from, you know.
My client of 18 years, she went for her yearly mammogram, didn't have any symptoms or anything, and they found something, and they went back and they did like a more extensive what do you want to call it, exam, and an MRI maybe, and they found out that she had stage 1, I'm not sure of the cancer. So they went in and they removed it, and then they checked, and it wasn't in her lymph nodes, but then they did I want to say a CAT scan, maybe I'm wrong. And then, so now that cancer was removed, but she has 2 masses that they found, like, in her breast. Aww. So they're waiting to see if it's benign or if it's cancer, like, or if she needs a mastectomy. But she just said it took her by surprise. She's healthy. She has a lot of energy. It was stage 1, so it's the beginning. But I think she thought that once they removed what they thought was the cancer, and then they followed up and found masses. Now she's waiting on those results. I just seen her on Saturday.
Oh my!
Remember
goodness.
Biscuit's mom?
Yeah.
Sue.
Aww.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's what, but it's good that she gets, she's up to date with her exams. Like,
Mhm.
it's very important. Like,
To
people,
catch it at stage 1.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
it's important. Like, I'm always constantly like telling my doctor every little thing.
Mhm.
You know, I get mammograms done. I started last year,
Mhm.
to get mine done, and I have a
Clip.
clip and this side. Um, Again, they want to make sure that it doesn't.
Do you feel that clip? Does it ever bother you? Like if you touch it, can you feel it?
No,
Oh.
it's so small. It's almost like a paper clip,
Mm.
but even smaller than that. Like, it's
Mhm.
so tiny.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I always wondered because when people say clip, I'm just kind of like, oh, do you feel that?
No, I don't feel it at all. I but it's crazy because, like, my mom has a clip as well. And I don't know what size she has it on, but any little thing that your parent has, you can inherit that. So it's always good to just be on top of it.
Mhm.
100%. And my mom's side of the family, no one has had breast cancer, but my dad's side has.
Yeah.
So,
And just think about everything that you said that's out there in the world and our food, in the air, the Wi-Fi,
yeah.
all that stuff. Like that wasn't around back then. So more and more people now I think are suffering
Yeah.
from.
I feel like the phone, that's like, now I'm like, this phone's about to go in the other room.
Mhm.
I don't care who's calling me at night. You better call a bunch of times until I hear it in my sleep and get up.
You want to know what's cool is you know how I've done a lot of holistic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My husband somehow, like, he had a holistic appointment with one doctor's, and he has this pouch that you put your phone in, and it cancels out everything. Like, it doesn't like emit or transmit anything. And some people have those cases, and they put it in at night to prevent like from Wi-Fi and radiation and all that stuff. I don't know
Well,
how
I
well
just
it
don't need it
works,
in my
but
room. I could just put it in another room. I'm not.
yeah.
I feel like it's not important. Like,
Well, he sets an alarm, and
kids
that's
these
his only.
days. Yeah, I do too. But kids these days, they sleep with it on their beds, next to them,
On their face when they fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
So that scares me.
Mm-hmm.
Just the amount of radiation that we're just taking in,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's get off this topic because it's just sad, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't I it's sad because I don't like to talk about it, but it is good to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you guys are going through anything like that, I'm sorry, and I hope that something brings you some kind of comfort, peace in the meantime, while you're going through that struggle of
Mm-hmm.
whether it's grief, whether it's seeing the person go downhill, because cancer is not a thing where you see someone just, they get diagnosed with cancer and that's it. Like, they
Mm-hmm.
really go through changes.
Mm-hmm.
They go through, like, they're not the same person they once were before it all, like,
And it
went
affects
down.
them, and it affects family too.
100%. um so yeah, going on to a little more happy subject. Did you hear the new song by Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga?
Only the first 45 seconds because we were in the car and I had to get out. So after we're done filming, I will listen to the rest of the song.
Have you guys listened to the new song by Lady Gaga featuring Bruno Mars? It's pretty cool. I like it. It's very 60s vibe-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Bruno Mars has been hitting those older
Genres.
like genre, well, like the audiences. He's been getting the audiences that are like our parents' ages with the Silk Sonic and all
Mm-hmm.
those nice little baby making music.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. I love it. I'm not a 60s fan, like that era. It is nice. I'm a 50s era. Like,
Yeah.
20s and 50s, baby. Those are my
Mm-hmm.
eras. I love those eras so much. And I want to say, and the 80s. I like the 80s as well. Is it? Yeah, the 80s.
I would say 50s
80s.
and 80s for me too.
Yeah. I like the 20s. Oh, I love the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
The men's, like, style and stuff. Love it. I love the 20s.
Mm-hmm. But you're talking about music.
Oh no, I'm talking about just
Era.
the era.
Okay. I see
When
what you
the
mean.
era, when it comes to the way they dress, the makeup, the hair,
Mm-hmm.
the cars.
Mm-hmm.
50s is top, the top. But 20s, I feel like I like that era. The music,
it's a great Gatsby
everything.
era. So a lot of people do like with the long cigarettes and like the fringes and all that stuff.
Well, not just the fringes. I don't, because the Great Gatsby was only when they were in the clubs and shit like that. But the 20s, like
I'm gonna look it up.
The hair, the men's, like the way they would dress, like, and the Great Gatsby is one of my favorite things from the 20s.
Yeah, because that's what comes to mind for me.
But remember when we were having a conversation where I was like, I can see, like, picture myself in the 1920s. Like, if I close my eyes, I can see me with that long cigarette and just, like, that little thing across my forehead. Like, I can see myself.
And the beads. Like, the pearls.
Yes,
pearls.
I can legit see myself. Yeah. It's weird as hell. The 50s, if I could, like, go back in time and just go to an era, I'm going to the 50s. Just everything was awesome. The fact that I could get a fucking burger for 10 cents and fries, hello.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Our era now, like, I don't want to be in this era. Well, I love the era. Don't say you don't want to be in this era because that's not nice. But what I'm saying is it's just everything's expensive. Like, we hype, like, the weirdest and dumbest shit. I feel like back in the day it was so different. And hearing stories, like, from my parents, I'm like, wow.
I never made the 1920s. I died in 1912 when the Titanic sank, so I wouldn't know. Okay? I came back in the 80s. That's all I know.
I was definitely part of the 1920s, and I definitely had to have been in the 50s. I had to have, because just the dances. Everything.
Yeah. The music, the way that they sang, the you know, it was like almost the coolest to be a teenager in the 50s and in the 80s. Like, really. You know what I mean? Think about, like, Grease Lightning and stuff, and you're kind of like, wow, that was so cool to, like...
But then, like, I look at it, and you know what's crazy? Because back in the day, in the 50s, the teenagers then and the teenagers in our era, completely different.
Oh my God.
Like, the teenagers then looked like they were older. They looked like they were already in their 20s.
They were smoking cigarettes already and, like, 16. Their hair was all gelled back.
They were like 9 smoking cigarettes.
They had pocket knives and
stuff.
stuff.
Like, and then you look at the 80s, like, kids and stuff. And, well, we were teenagers in the 90s. But,
right.
But
we still experienced it.
But the difference of, like, how we look to them, I was just like, wow, they lived a hard knock life.
Yeah, but you want to know, those fashions and, like, the hair trends, all that stuff comes back. Like, Ryan's like, you know, I want steps. I'm like, that's so 80s.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Just don't bring that, they already brought it back. The rat tail, like the ponytail. I hate that so much. That was already brought back.
I got the chills just hearing that.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't like... There's some
mullet.
Stuff. There's some stuff that I just didn't care for in the 80s.
It's like sometimes you're like, wow, we were so tacky in the 80s.
We were so colorful. We were tacky. As hell.
Like it was such sweet. It was too much fun in the 80s.
In the 80s.
It was too much fun in the 80s. We were like an explosion of neon colors and Aquanet and big hair.
I didn't experience the 80s too much because obviously I was born at the end of the 80s. But the 90s, like, why did I have fucking windbreaker outfits in every fucking color?
Right, me too. And I had those leprechaun clog shoes, like those black shoes with the chunky heels.
Your mom used to wear them all the
buckle.
Time. Those are her favorite.
Yeah.
The penny loafers.
And you know what's coming back is like how I used to dress in middle school, like those thigh-high leggings that came up to here, like the stockings with like those schoolgirl type dresses, but with like the white t-shirt underneath. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I was telling you about this a while back about the styles.
Yeah, that.
But they call it like a different name.
Right. I remember I was like in 7th grade.
It was like, I'm in my soft girl era. That's what it's called.
Right, but I used to wear those high heel leprechaun shoes with that dress, and I don't want to go back. Even if I was like slim and slender, I'd like leave that for the teenagers, I think, for me.
Yeah. I have to say, one of the styles that I loved from us growing up in the 90s was the baggy pants with like the plaid like shirt, like and having like a little tank underneath, like that I loved.
Yeah, Chonga still wear that though.
Yeah, with the what the hell were they called?
Jordans?
Lugs. The
Oh,
lugs.
she brought lugs
I
back.
love those lugs so
Oh.
much.
Yeah.
It was like moon shoes.
Yep.
And it's the moon ones. I'm not talking about lugs that were like boots. Like they still make boots.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the ones that look like moon shoes. Like they were just
How
like
did we go from
black and
like
fluffy.
naming a shoe lugs and then also naming a shoe Uggs? Like that's too close.
Maybe it's the same people and they just changed the name.
I remember the Timberlands. I love the Timberlands.
Timberlands were nice, and they're still around. They're never going away.
But I won't look cool wearing them at 42.
There is no age, girl, for Tims.
It's true.
There is no age. Girl. Like, I feel like now, styles, we've become a little lazier, and not only that, but we look for comfort.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can't even think of all the uncomfortable shoes I wore.
We're old and achy.
When I was younger, and I'm like, ew, I'm never wearing those again.
Well, if I ever see you wearing choked up New Balances, then I know it's time to let you go. I'm like, she don't want to live no more.
No.
Somebody pull the plug.
Nope. I will not. You will not catch me wearing those. I do have to say I do like the New Balances that are coming out.
Yeah,
you know I've never been a fan, but those new ones.
Yeah.
Like, where do we find them?
I've always been a fan of New Balances when I used to work at Foot Action way back in the day.
Yeah, I used to have.
But they were cute and stylish, and they were comfortable.
Yeah.
It's just when they came out with the white leather ones with the navy blue end, and that kind of ruined it, right? Yeah.
But there is some new ones that keep popping up all over my newsfeed every so often.
And they're stylish and cute.
And they're so cute. Their color combination, everything is so nice, but I don't know where to find them. I've gone to the stores and I'm like, where are they? Because I don't see them.
Almost online. You have to get it.
I looked online. I don't know. You guys are gatekeeping. Like, let me know where to find them because I need to find those. They're so cute. But I just want to end the episode here. I just feel like she's got to go to work. I got to go work. And Lucas is waiting for me downstairs, and I don't want to keep making him wait. But I guess our conversation was fun. Yeah. We talked about different things. I feel like we're going to start changing things up a little bit here on the channel because I feel like people are starting to kind of get probably bored of like the combos and stuff like that because I get it, you know, you guys don't want to keep hearing about like trending topics. I feel like when it comes to laughs and stupid shit, people love that, and we're good at that. So we're gonna put our heads together, brainstorm, and you guys are gonna be seeing some new changes coming to the podcast. So I hope you guys have a great day, evening, or whatever it is. To bed. And we are now on Apple Podcasts. So if you guys don't have Spotify or whatever the case may be, or don't know how to figure out Spotify, go to Apple Podcasts. Just look up Troubled Laughs and Troubles, and we should pop up for you guys. And that is it. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.